Beth Castellini with Lizzy Stamps, and today I wanted to show you a fun fold card using one of our new suites in the new mini catalog. This one is, the suite is Cute as a Bug, and this is the card that we'll be making. Isn't that so cute? This whole suite I've just fell in love with. And I wanted to show you a little bit about the suite and what you can do and how much fun you can have with these cute little critters. You can find the suite in the January through April 2026 mini catalog on pages 42 and 43. And you'll notice that you get a lot with this suite. So you get the sweet bugs, and it's so cute. And a lot of the dies cut out the paper as well as the stamped images. Then you also receive these ladybug garden epoxy shapes and this Old Olive specialty rickrack ribbon. And the paper is adorable. And I just want to show you, here's some of the cute cards that you can make. They're just really adorable. And a lot of what you see here is this card especially, is those are all cut out with the dies. These ones are stamped. You can tell the difference, but all of the images you see are all cut out with the dies that are provided with this suite. So I'm going to show you the suite right now. I want to bring everything over so you can see it. And here's the stamp set. And I mistakenly bought the French version, but it's still fine. I could use some of the sentiments that come with it in French, but I have the stamp set nonetheless to use the images. So here's the stamp set and the dies, and you will see, look how many dies you get with this suite. There are so many of them. And you have the mushrooms and the mushroom caps, the flowers that you can build upon. Here's some more. These are the berries that come, that match the designer series paper. And you've got flowers here, and those are the stems for the berries. But everything else, and you've got the cute array of dragonfly, snail, and butterfly that you can cut out as well. Really, really, really cute suite. I am so in love with it. I think it's just adorable. So here is the paper. I'm going to show the paper first. And the paper, and I've noticed that Stampin' Up! Has done nicely with making the paper a little bit more heavy. So in the past, it's been a little bit more flimsy, but now that we are using a lot of our papers for scrapbooking, the paper's a little thicker. So I really do like that. I love all the colors that are in this suite. You have Poppy Parade, Cajun Craze, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Blackberry Bliss, Cloud Cover, and the background is very vanilla. And I love using paper with very vanilla. So here's the berry. Here's one side, and then the other has this nice, cute little pattern. I just love the colors in this. And then you have this one with all the mushrooms and the cute mushroom caps. I think it's just adorable. And on the back, you have this fun little, it almost looks like a picnic, like a picnic napkin or a picnic cloth that you use. And then this one especially, the dies cut out a lot of these images, but the little critters come to life, and I think they're just so cute. Really, really cute. And then you have this one, again, just a different array of bugs, and with all the berries. I think this one is really cute. And we're actually going to be using this little guy and then this little praying mantis that we're going to put on the card we're making. Oh, and here's the back. Another, just the same colorway as this one, or pattern, but in a different colorway. And then this one as well. Basically, the page tells a story. I think it's so cute. You can fussy cut a lot of these images. I probably could just sit there and fussy cut all of them and make them into cards because I think they're really, really cute. And on the back, you have this little splatter. And the last one, and this is the one I'm going to show you, which I made some cards using all of these different pieces. So everything is cut. These little panels are 3x4. These panels right here are 4x6, so you can see them. And then you can just cut straight across and straight down. And I was able to make a lot of cards using this. And I just want to show you the cards that I made using all these different panels. And on the back, you have these leaves. But I think this was really fun to do, and I took it upon myself. I said I need to make a challenge for myself, and I need to make cards out of each one of these little card fronts that you can use. And you can also use them on a scrapbook page if you're using that, but there you go. They're really, really cute. All right, so let me show you the cards that I made using all those different panels. So the first one, using this panel, I did this card. Oh, actually, I used this one, and I made this card. Isn't that so cute? And the die cuts out this flower as well as the little cluster of mushrooms. I fussy cut these out, and I took the mushroom stamp and I stamped it with Versamark. And when you stamp with Versamark, it brings out the color of the paper. So the Versamark is our clear pad. Let me show you what it is so you know. Here's Versamark. And it's great because it acts like a glue for embossing powder, but it also has this fun little way of bringing out the color of the paper. So that's not stamped with the color, it's stamped with the Versamark. So just to give it a little background. And on the inside, I die cut this little guy out. The stamp set that I used for all of these cards and the card we're making today is an online exclusive called Banner Sayings. And this one, it's very small. I love that it's very small. And I love all of the sentiments for the outside and the inside of the card. So like the outies and the innies of the card. But you can actually do both. So I really like this one. And I used that stamp set for all of the cards. So happy birthday, and here's to you. So that was the first one. Then what I did with this panel and this one is I cut them into 1 1/4 inch squares, and I made this. So isn't that fun? And then this I fussy cut out, this beautiful, I call it a praying mantis. I think it's so cute. And then you can see those cute little ladybug epoxy embellishments. And then also you have these little droplets. So it's like they're little dewdrops. So I put that on there. And then this one I did die cut out just to put in there. So that's that one. And the next one is using this panel right here. And this is this card. And I'm using some of that really fun rickrack old olive ribbon that comes. I just want to show you. Look how it's very, very fine. It's really nice. And it sort of curls a little bit, but I really like it. It's easy to use, and you do get quite a bit. So that's fun. You have 10 yards of this. So it goes a long way. And then here, again, I die cut out these cute ants. And then I used the Spotlight, one of the circles from the Spotlight in Nature dies. And I took, if you can see, I just took the edge and rolled it around the stamp, the blackberry stamp pad. And then on the inside, I had an extra strip. And then I die cut out the flower and this bug for that one. So that's really cute. The next one is using this panel. And also, I did use a piece of the Designer Series paper for the background. And then I took the rickrack ribbon and just did it across there as a border. Isn't that cute though? So you've got the ladybugs and a little bit of the dewdrops, and then this cute little caterpillar. He's almost like he's shading himself. And here's another one, and I fussy cut out this ladybug. So that's that card. All right, and the next one is using this panel right here and doing this. So I'm highlighting some of the colors that are in the suite. You have pumpkin pie, you have crushed curry, and you have daffodil delight. And that's sort of in the same color family, so I wanted to bring out those. But I think that's so cute with the praying mantis. He's actually knitting a scarf. And here's the inside, and I did die cut out this ladybug reading. Okay, and the next one is we're doing, it's this one. This one. And this one really tells a story. They're all singing. They probably might be singing happy birthday. But I thought this one was really cute. And I didn't put anything on the inside. On the outside, I did it on the inside. But you'll see. So I die cut out all of everything that you see. And I pop them up. And I use the ladybugs as accents. And then on the inside, just thanks a million. Really fun. Really, really fun. This one, I took this one and I made it into panels. So here you have it. And I did a continuation. So it's exactly what the card would look like here. But then I just cut it into strips. And then I took a piece of our designer series paper that comes in the pack. And here I just tied a knot with the rickrack ribbon. And then with this, I used the Spotlight in Nature die, but I cut it in half because I really wanted more of this showing. So I just cut it in half and did thanks a million and die cut out this, and I fussy cut out the praying mantis here. And then I've got the ants that I die cut out, and then I've got some of those little dewdrop embellishments. And on the inside is the other ant because there's 3 of them that go together. So those are the cards that I made using this. I really thought it was fun. So that's 7 cards that I made. 7 cards from this piece of paper. I thought that was really fun. All right, so let's get started. This is a fun little fold that we're going to be using. And I really love the mushroom background for this one. We're going to be using different little bugs for the front instead of these right here. And this again, oh, I forgot to say that the Banners Sayings has a punch. Okay, so this is a bundle, and this is the 3 banner punch. All right, so this is a bundle, and it's an online exclusive. All right, so I've got all my pieces right here. I'm going to put my card to the side. I have a piece of Mossy Meadow cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and it is cut at 8 by 5 1/4, and you're going to score it at 2 inches and 4 inches. Then I have 2 strips of the designer series paper, and they are 1 3/4 by 5 inch strips. And so we're going to use one for one of the panels and one for the other. And then I have a piece of the designer series paper cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I have my envelope, and then I have my cute little bugs that we're going to be using. And then I have a strip of Very Vanilla, and this is about a 1/2 inch. And this is about 4 inches wide. And so we're going to use that and stamp and punch it out with the 3 banner punch. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and burnish with our bone folder, make it flat. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one as well. So this is going to go this way. There we go. Okay. So the card will open like this. So we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to get our 4 by 5 1/4 designer series paper, and we're going to go ahead and glue that to the front of the card. I like using liquid glue because, and you can glue the whole thing. And I like using the liquid glue because it helps in case I need to move it around. There we go. So you have about 1/4 inch around the from the card. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the Big Shot, or the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And now we're going to take one of the dies from the Spotlight in Nature, and we're going to cut it out. And you'll be cutting out both the designer series paper and the cardstock together. And I'm doing it a little bit more to the top of the card. You can do it if you want down the bottom or the center. But I like doing it, well, let's just do it right here at this, close to the center. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run it through once and then run it back, just so I know, since you're cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock. We've got that, and we're going to put that away. So now you've got this piece already, and I usually have to take a pokey tool and just to poke out. We're just going to punch them out, but it might take a minute. You could take one of our brush that you can use, but we're just going to punch out this little guy real quick. I use this on top of the glass mat so you don't get the glare from the light. Now, what we can start to do is let's put our panels on. And the panels, so I did this one on this side and that one there. So we're going to do that. So we're going to glue that one there. You can use any of the sides of the paper that comes with this suite because there's just so much fun. So now we'll put on the next panel. There we go. So it'll be like this. And we're going to glue this panel to the inside of this, but I want to go ahead and stamp first. And we're going to stamp this cute little trio of ants. And we're going to color it in Blackberry Bliss. I think they're so adorable. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment. The outside is going to be sending love, sending my love. And then I have here's to you that we're going to stamp right in here. There you go. And then we're going to color in our ants. And I'm using the colors that are in the suite. So I have Poppy Parade Dark. Or actually, this is the light Poppy Parade. And then I have the light Cajun Craze. And then I have the light Peach Pie. So we're going to go ahead and color that in. And I'm going to use this as my guide. So we're going to use the light Cajun Craze. We're going to go ahead and color in our cute little ants. You could use both shades of this if you wanted to, of the Cajun Craze, or the Pecan Pie is another color that's in the suite. And then we're going to use we're going to color Peach Pie, the horn, and then we're going to color in the flag with Poppy Parade. Oh, my coloring. So there you go. Now we're ready to glue it onto our panel. Again, using liquid glue, because it can, if you need to move it around to make it straight. There we go. Okay. There we go, just like that. So now we're going to go ahead and now we're going to add our cut out circle. And we're going to make sure when we glue it on, we're going to glue it on just this part right here. All right, we're not going to glue the whole circle. But you want to make sure when you put it on that you put it on so it matches the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue right here. And this is why I like using the liquid glue, because then it helps if you need to position it, move it around a little bit. So we've got it. We've got it right. It looks good. About there. I'm going to use my bone folder just so I can spread the glue a little bit. All right. So now when it opens, isn't that so cute? Oh, I forgot to stamp. We'll stamp it in a minute, but let's go ahead and position my cute little praying mantis holding the flowers. And then here is the moth. It looks like a moth, and it's got little bubbles on it. So I thought we'd use some of the embellishments that come in the suite. So I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop all these up. And what's nice is I can cut dimensionals if I need to. So you use every last little bit, which is great. I like to use up what's given to me from paper pumpkins. So let's see, we got to put one there. I need to put up here. There we go. Okay. And that should be good. All right. Okay, so let's put on the praying mantis first. So I want him down a little bit lower. And remember, when you're putting your pieces on, you don't want it to be over here because you want to be able to open up the card. So I want it low enough, right about there, because when I add my moth, I'm going to add my moth right about here. I think that's cute. Maybe a little bit higher, just a smidge, just so. Okay. But it's cute, isn't it? Look at that. I think it's really cute. And then we're going to go ahead now and stamp our sentiment and punch it out. So again, I'm using Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to stamp the Sending My Love. And I'm going to stamp it towards the end right here. And then we'll punch it out with the 3-banner punch. Okay. And now the 3-banner punch. And I'm going to be using this side. So I'm going to hold it this way, okay? And I always tend to punch this like this. So it's just enough. So this is a 1/2 inch width, and this is about 1/2 inch width. And I'm just going to push it in there. And there you go. And then you've got a leftover piece you can use. But isn't that perfect? All right. So we put our punch away. And now we can adhere our Sending Love. So I sort of want the Sending My Love right about here. And I want to make sure that it's not interfering with opening the card. I'm going to add a little dimensional there and just about right there. Well, it might be sticking out just a little bit, but it should be okay. It's all right. There. Okay. All right. Now for the embellishments. Okay. So here you have your Ladybug epoxy, and you'll notice that I've got these little, they're clear, but they look like dewdrops almost. And so you'll notice here that there's little bubbles coming. So I thought adding the dewdrops would be so cute. So I'm using my Take My Pick tool with, I need to get some more now. I'm using the end that has the putty. So it's going to help it. I'm just pushing it up, and I'm just going to add some droplets, which I think will be so cute. And one more droplet. So you have the little droplets. Isn't that cute? I am so thrilled with this suite. I tend to not get sweets like this, but I thought, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. So here you have the two different images, but so cute. These were die cut out with the dies that matched the stamp set, and these I fussy cut it out. But it's so adorable. So those, and then the rest of these cards. So really, that's 9 cards I was able to make with basically 2 sheets of the designer paper. So you have those. Let's go over these again that I made. This cute little praying mantis. Ugh, just love him. And there's some more. That's that card. And this card. Really cute. They're so adorable. Look at him. Little knitting, a scarf, the caterpillar. There you go. So this suite is so versatile. There's so much that you can do with it. I really hope you enjoyed the cards and the video on how to do this wonderful fun fold card. And I would love for you to give it a try. If you want to DM me, I'm more than happy to give you the instructions for how I created all 7 of these cards using that one sheet in the suite. And that it's just really fun to sit and do. And there's just so many varieties that you can make with this suite. So I'm really excited, and I hope you guys can give it a try. Don't forget to follow me at Lizzy Stamps. Please subscribe to my channel. And on my Facebook page, I will have all of these pictures. I will have them posted so you can see, and you can message me there as well if you would like the instructions on how to make the cards. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping.